Susan. Today we'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how we make movie magic. As you probably know, the word movie is a nickname for moving pictures. And in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen projecting images onto white backdrops. Imagine for a moment what that must have been like. You're sitting in a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. For over 100 years. In that time, we have turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
My co-host Shannon.
Good afternoon, folks.
Hey, nice outfit.
Oh, thank you, Susan. It's the best. It ties the whole room together. Now, from the very beginning, the basic concept of the filmmaking process has remained the same: to make the audience believe that everything they are seeing is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive they're known as special.
And the earliest special effects are called practical effects. These were done on set in front of a camera. And our first example of practical effects is models. Universal's 1932 film The Mummy made use of miniature effects, including scale models like this one from the title sequence. Now we know that that is a model because the real pyramids do not say The Mummy on the side. In 1999, Universal relaunched The Mummy, and that big Sphinx you're seeing from the opening up there is this little Sphinx right here. This is the actual model that was used in the making of the film, and I got to tell you, the details here are incredible. The scaffolding, the hieroglyphics. As you can see, models are still a great way to fool the camera. Right, Susan?
Absolutely. Another filmmaking tool that also fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the fire and the parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a matte and then dropped in front of the camera. And then the footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
Now, so far, that is two examples of practical effects: models and the glass mat.
And there's also a category of practical effects that involves performers and not just props. Practical stunts!
Did somebody say stunts?
Please welcome our special effects show stunt department!
Yeah! That was awesome! David came flying in, Brian came zipping down, and gave that lady a good scare. Susan, how come we don't get a cool entrance like that?
Because we're wearing nice clothes. You may not know their faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. Please welcome them. We have Brian Combs here, Cameron Okubo, and our stunt leader, David Hernandez. Welcome to the stage, you guys. David, is it safe to say that stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
That's right, Susan. It turns out a lot of actors don't like getting hit in the face.
Hit in the face.
Yeah, like this.
Oh! Is he okay?
I don't know, are you okay?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay, good. You guys to get set up. Now, when staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera, but without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Now let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple nefarious characters are lurking about. Ready, and action!
Nice shoes, man.
Needless to say, this isn't the type of thing any of our friends out there should try at home, right?
That's correct, Susan.
Yeah. Oh! Woo! Great job, stunt department. Now don't worry, they'll be back. Did you notice the sound effects in that last scene? All those dynamic punches and the dumpster hits. Shannon, what do we call those added sounds?
Foley. Now, some of you might be familiar with that term Foley. It's a process of adding sound effects to a film after it's been shot. But do you know its origin? Jack Foley wore many hats. He was a silent film director, a writer of westerns, even a stunt double. But it's when he started doing sound effects for Universal in the 1920s that he started to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack worked on Soundstage 10 right here in the lots. And if he couldn't recreate a sound on his stage, he went out and got it. Using a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his crew would record sounds directly to a finished film all in one take. Now, the synchronization had to be perfect, because a single mistake meant they had to start all over again from the beginning. And here to help us experience what that might have been like, please welcome our first volunteer!
The Hampton family from Irvine.
Now, the Hamptons are going to help us demonstrate how the simple items on this cart can be repurposed to sound like something completely different. Like this plastic water bottle, for instance, can be used to articulate the sound of bones breaking. Pretty cool, right? First, we're going to see how the pros do it. Take a look at your side screens. We're going to show you a split-screen clip. On one side, we have Universal's Identity Thief, starring Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman. On the other, we have our Foley artist, hard at work. Take a look.
Now, I have a plan.
Piece of cake, right? That is the scene we're going to be Foleying. But first, we're going to meet our family and let them know what they're doing. So, Chad, you got two jobs here. You got this crash box. This is for when Melissa McCarthy throws Jason Bateman into those shelves. When you see that happen, you're just going to give that a gentle tumble. You also have these rolled up newspapers. These are for the body falls. Anytime you see Melissa McCarthy hit the deck, he's going to bring those down onto this chopping board. Somewhere you got the boxing gloves. That's for the throat punch and the face slaps. And, Dad, you are also pulling double duty. You've got this cowbell. This is for the panini maker that's going to hit Melissa McCarthy in the shoulder. And last but not least, it is time for some movie magic. I need you all to really use your imaginations, because these handcuffs are going to replicate the sound of handcuffs. Dad, good luck. You all are watching that monitor right there. Booth, are we good to go? All right, let's roll sound. Speed, action. set scene sounded a little quiet. What we're gonna do now is add in the actor's dialogue, the music, and that Foley track we just recorded. Handons, let's have you all stand right here on this line and take a look at your handiwork.
Get over here and give me your ribs. Okay? Now I have a plan.
Oh! You're back! You're back! Like it, girl! Sandy! Sandy!
I do!
Handons, turn around, take a bow!
Thank you so much, Hamden family. Well done. While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years, creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. With the use of very special horror effects. Emerging from the shadows just behind me are the stars of our horror family, some of the classic Universal monsters. We have maquettes of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration.
All the way from Vallejo, everyone say, hi, Jaden!
Hi, Jaden! So Jaden was picked for her very impressive scream. Jaden, let's say you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream!
Wow! Jaden is hired!
Yes! Now, as you saw in that fight scene, stunt performers have to have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, Jaden, do you?
Because this next demonstration involves movie blood. Now, does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original Psycho? Shout it out! I heard it here, chocolate syrup.
That's right, because Psycho was a black and white movie. It didn't matter what color the movie blood was. Nowadays, though, Jaden, movie blood has to look a lot more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally! Now, kids, do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house. All right, put your right hand out over the table, palm up, sink it right to that vein. Perfect, ready,
Are you really gonna use a rusty machete?
No, I'm totally kidding, Jaden. I'm not gonna use a machete. I have a sharper knife. Take a look at the side screens, everyone, and scream on 3, Jaden. 1, 2, 3! She's okay. What a scream, though. This is a classic cinematic horror technique, a Hollywood blood knife. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle, like that. Meanwhile, though, I'm squeezing movie blood from this bolt back here so that it comes out of a tube right where the notch is, so it looks like it's bleeding from her arm. Give it up for Jaden! Yeah!
Jaden was great. What's not great is getting movie blood all over my fancy pants. So I'm gonna hand you Jaden's phone. Excuse me one moment.
Okay, you're gonna love your next outfit, Shannon. Jaden, you can come with me this way. We promised you a photo as our thank you, right? So if you wanna set up your camera for me, I will take your picture on the stage. There we go. Let me pose you with our classic Universal monsters. You have a spotlight right down here you can stand in. And on 3, let's hear that amazing scream. One more time, okay? 1, 2, 3! Jaden, are you okay? Come with me, Michael. Go home, Michael Myers. Jaden, that was incredible. I wish we could see it again. I think we can. Take a look. Look at the face of horror on so far, we have shown you practical effects. Now we're going to switch to visual effects, which are done in a computer, specifically motion capture. So to help me demonstrate motion capture, or mocap, please welcome back my co-host Shannon!
Oh, Susan, I missed my vest.
Oh,
It was my tummy camouflage.
you're looking good, Shannon.
Oh, thanks, friend.
Look at that. Let's activate our perimeter sensors, please. The dots on his suit reflect light to our sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of their locations. So if you're ready, let's see the capture on our screens down here. Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton that you see. Shannon, you can do a T-pose.
Yep.
Perfect. We always start with the C-pose to mark the beginning of each take. That way it's easier for us to go, Shannon, you okay?
And better now, Susan.
Okay. Take your left hand, touch the tip of your nose. Good. And now your right hand. And let's do both arms one more time. We start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate our system. And you can relax your arms. Next, we do full body movements, start with jumping jacks.
All right.
Great. In a little bit, you can just jog in place. So digital animators will start with the skeleton. Then they can change the aspect ratio, add a wire frame on top. Finally, they can add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Shannon and his movements into anything that we want. So Shannon, we've turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
Teddy bear, hello.
Aw, but you're not just any teddy bear. You're the star of Universal's Ted.
He was a dancer, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. Look at you go. I know you got more moves than that, Shannon.
I got more moves than that, Susan.
Woo, nice.
And this one is for the ladies!
Woo, Shannon, you have channeled the inner Ted. Hey, Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted?
Thunder Buddies for life.
You made a Thunder Buddy. Give it up for Ted and Shannon. Oh,
I'm gonna get ready for the finale.
okay. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Phil Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
As far as technology has come with CGI and visual effects, some things just look better when they're real, like fire. Let's take a look at fire stunts in some Universal films. One of the most exciting and dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. And we're gonna bring back out our top-notch stunt department to show you how they execute a live fire burn. Brian in the center is the performer. We will be setting on fire. We have our coordinator David and Cameron acting as our safeties. Now if you look at Brian's face, you may be wondering, is he so nervous that he is sweating profusely? That is protective fire gel that he's got on all of his exposed skin areas. You may know what it's like if you miss a spot with sunscreen. Imagine if you missed a spot while on fire. Now before we fuel, we check our extinguishers in case of an early ignition.
1, check. 2. Excuse me, Susan. We're ready to fuel.
Copy.
Cameron, you ready? Ryan, you ready? Fueling.
At the completion of the shot, Brian will make his way to this fire blanket where he will be extinguished. At that point, we are looking for a thumbs up that he is okay. If Brian gives us a thumbs down, that is an alert to get our medical team involved. Now it's at this point that I need to stress, these are trained professionals, and they are using very special equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. Ryan is going to burn for 8 to 10 seconds. Our coordinator David is applying 8 ounces of fuel. This is the last spot where it's applied. So as we're getting closer, I'll leave it to our booth to set the lights in the house for the shot, and we will set our clock to 0 on the side screens. We do ask everyone to please remain in your seats for the duration of the stunt. And whenever you're ready, David.
Thank you. Cameron, you ready? Ready. Brian, you ready to burn? Ready. Stunts is ready.
Ready and action.
Light. You lit.
10 seconds.
You're up.
He is okay, everybody! And it's almost 18 seconds! Keeping on for our stunt coordinator, David Hernandez, our safety, Cameron Okubo, and the man we set on fire, Brian Paul! All right, he is out. Well done, stunt department. And if you're not sure if that was real fire, if you're seated a little farther away, you can ask the folks right next to the stage. We can tell it was real.
Okay, Susan. I don't have my vest, but I am suited up. I'm ready for the fire stunt. Let's burn!
Oh, we can do another one. Ready?
Oh! Susan! I wasn't ready!
Oh,
I wasn't ready! Oh, calm down. I know what I'm doing. Oh, Susan, it's hot.
yeah?
It's hot.
Yeah?
It's so hot, it's almost kind of cold.
Yeah?
Hey, Susan, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Get out of the way. I don't want to hurt you. Let me out, Susan. Let me out, Susan. Let me out, Susan.
Shannon, you're out.
Oh!